UL Monroe football returns here on College Football 25. It's been a while since I've uploaded this series, so today we're going to finish out the regular season in this episode to see if we can make it to our second conference championship. We are currently undefeated and just made our way into the top 10 coming off of a huge win over Southern Miss, which isn't all that surprising. I really do see a conference change in our future, especially if we win the championship again. 8 games into the season, I think it's about time we decide who our starting QB is, and I honestly should have made the freshman the starter on day one, but Zion Chris just had something I liked about him. But I do think it's time for Proctor to be the QB1 from here on out. He's going to be getting a 4-star receiver that I'm so excited to see. 6'2", right out of New Orleans, Josh Kiernan with 96 speed and 89 spec catch as a freshman. He might just be the best receiving talent we've had on the roster. And our first opponent for today is going to be Arkansas State, our rivals. They are 6-2, but they are going to be missing a key piece on their defensive line, so our running back should have a good day. This will be our final matchup with senior QB Jalen Rayner. The current score versus him is 1-1 since I've been coaching for UL Monroe. He beat us in year 1, 48-50, and then in year 2 we were able to beat him 35-28 in week 10. Most of these games today will be highlights, but then we will cover one full game today. UL Monroe is up by a single point right now, but George Ball is able to pick this one up and return it all the way for the scoop and score touchdown. The freshman linebacker gets 6 for us and puts us up by 8 in this one, but we now have the ball back with 5.5 minutes to go here, running some option, and the safety takes a horrible angle on this one, freeing Galloway up on the right side, speeding down the sideline and finally brought down. That carry would take him over 100 yards on the day. We would kick a field goal up by 11 now, and 4th down and 6. Jalen Rayner's going to stand there like a statue and get hit as he threw it. So now, still up by 11, we're going to run this one here with Galloway on the right side. He puts a move on another safety and gets tackled into the end zone. Gets a garbage time score to make it look worse than it was. We didn't get to see all of it, but this game was close up until the 4th quarter. The defense really started to heat things up, and Devontae Proctor was very efficient today. Completed 72% of his passes, had 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Jeremy Bouchard, 6 catches for 145 and a long of 68. The defense was in the backfield a lot this game. Tons of TFLs and a couple of sacks as well. Checking in with the first victim of our hot win streak, Mississippi State has won 4 of their last 5 games and is now 6-3, sitting at number 20 in the nation. And they just did something to us in the recruiting game. They stole a 4-star athlete, Greg Chambers, from Shreveport, Louisiana. But it's alright, we still have Shaquille Marshall, who is now verbally committed to us. He has 91 speed, 93 acceleration, and 92 agility. So that's really nice for us. And right here, I'm making sure that our motivator skill tree has the QB upgrade, and I want to get working on the DB one as well. Right now, Jackson Howard is leading for best defensive end, and if he can win that, that would be 2 consecutive years in a row that one of our players wins that award. Our next opponent is Texas State. We're going to hop into that game right now, jumping into the second quarter. 1.5 minutes to go here. PJ Hatter's going to get sacked by DeAndre Pan, the freshman. Big boost in the offseason. Went from a 69 overall to an 80. And now another TFL for the UL Monroe defense. Very common. Proctor is cold in this game, but he's going to take a shot for Destin Hill on the sideline, able to grab this one at the 20-yard line. 1 of 1 touchdown to interception ratio for Proctor today. Pass left side for Bouchard in the end zone, and that'll put UL Monroe up by 2 possessions. Sorry, can't do math right now. Proctor's going to roll out and scramble this time, trying to get down, but tackled before he can do it. Need to slide a bit sooner there. Proctor with the play action, finding his man open. Destin Hill juking back inside, not for much else though. 164 yards through the air so far. Proctor scrambling out, common theme today, and tackled into the end zone, going up big in this one. So doing it on the ground this time, he's already done it twice through the air. We are up 27-10 right now. Deontay Welsh, the walk-on kicker's kick is good, extending this one up by 20 points here in the fourth quarter. Just about 3.5 minutes to go here, and this pass by PJ Hatter is going to be intercepted and brought out of the end zone by Kelly Jones, and he is going to evade PJ Hatter and finally be brought down. He kind of ran into the to the running back there, trying to get brought down to have as much yards to burn out the clock, because this game was over. There was no real contest from Texas State. Our defense was able to hold them to only 10 points. And Proctor did make his first official start, 3 total touchdowns and an interception, but I was impressed with the freshman. And Galloway looks solid, as he always does in conference play. Really hope that we can boost his draft stock and get another drafted player for us. And DeAndre Pan gets another National Player of the Week, just racking those up because our defense lives in the backfields of most teams. And right here we added our 8th 4-star of the season, giving us the 23rd ranked recruiting class. The only team in the Sun Belt ahead of us right now is UTSA at number 15. But our next opponent is going to be the Louisiana Ragin' Cajun. And it has been an absolute struggle bus for them, starting out 2-8 and 1-5 in conference. And that is one reason why I want to get out of the Sun Belt. There's just so many teams that are unsuccessful. But we are getting to see a familiar face in Roderick Deere, a defensive tackle that I tried to recruit, but he did choose to go to the Ragin' Cajuns. They are going to be heavily missing a few key starters today. I'm sure they are missing 4 starters, one being Ashley Williams, a very strong defensive lineman. But it looks like we're going to be playing a super rainy game, and I absolutely hate when it rains in this game, because for some reason it always seems like my team just does not know what to do, and the other team is having the game of their life, and the rain is not affecting them at all. Well, here we go, jumping into the first quarter, first possession. This will be a play action, and this is caught in the end zone. The Ragin' Cajuns get on the board first. It looks like they had a very solid start to their drive. That was a good throw by Dwayne Winfield. Now Proctor is going to get his shot here for Bouchard, who gets it on the slant. Able to match them and get a touchdown of our own on offense. Now we're all tied up once more. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and Marquise Gratial picking up his first sack of the game. Jumping forward a bit here, it's 2nd down and 10 for Winfield. Handing this one off to their running back, and it's going to be blown up, loss of 2. That's Tyler Rubio, the sophomore. 3rd down and 12, running from DeMarco, and finally brought down. There's Jackson Howard, able to clean up the play. It's 2nd down and 7 here. How about another sack for this Warhawk defense? Now jumping into the 3rd quarter, we are only up by a field goal here. 3rd down and 8, Proctor taking a deep shot for Bouchard, who gets it. And he's going to score a touchdown on the deep shot. That is something we can expect to see a lot of, I'm sure, with that 98 speed. Going to be sending him on many deep routes for probably the rest of his career. 7-26 is the final score. The Ragin' Cajuns not able to do much else, and we are ready to move on to our 4th and final game of the episode, but not before we check out some stats and a couple of other things, I guess. Ernie Benchawol and Destin Hill both had 4 catches, but not much in the way of yards. Our defense was the story of this game, just so many sacks. And once again, we are going to check in with the Mississippi State Bulldogs, who did drop their last game versus Alabama. They were close to getting a chance at an SEC championship, but that loss to Alabama does effectively end their SEC championship hopes. But our championship hopes are very much alive, and so much so that this game doesn't even matter if we win or lose. I'm pretty sure if we lose it, we are still in the championship. But some more good news on the recruiting front. We did assign a 4-star defensive tackle, Antonio Abi-Amiri. I said I would learn his name properly if he committed, and I think I got it down now. Abi-Amiri will be our newest addition and 9th 4-star added to the board. Now 11-0 after 3 games today. This team has done something I didn't think was possible at the start of the season. I thought Kentucky and Mississippi State were 2 definite losses, but so far it seems like some of our Sun Belt games have been more competitive, and I'm kind of expecting that here today against South Alabama. They are 8-3, one of the better Sun Belt opponents in the conference. Right now they're forcing a 3rd and 8 incompletion for Benchawal. He was unable to hang on to it. Here is Bishop Davenport running some play action, not able to escape Jackson Howard, the big transfer portal addition for us. Can't imagine what the season would be like without the addition of him. And now Devontae Proctor on offense. Rolling to his right, finds Bouchard on the slant on a mismatch. It looks like had a linebacker lined up on him. Not what you want from your defense if you're South Alabama. Now bringing Bouchard in motion, and he'll run up inside to get the score. But there is a flag down that'll back us up 10 yards, or however much the distance from the goal line. Proctor will keep this one on the option. He is a bit banged up, but it doesn't matter. He will get the touchdown. And I don't like that he took contact there in the end zone, because I have had players get injured that way before. So we don't want to see that again. Now Davenport taking a shot for his man. That's a great throw. And he is at the 10-5, finally brought down at the 3. Looks like the defense doing a good job stopping them so far. It's 3rd and goal, and now 4th and goal after the sack by Jackson Howard. I don't know why Davenport's trying to roll out to that side. It's not going to work. You're not faster than him. So the special teams kick is good. Only down by 1 now, and they got possession again, but not for long, because there's safety Leonard Harris. The senior steals it away from the South Alabama offense. And now Ben Galloway is going to get this carry. Nice cut up to the middle. Able to get the first down. Looked like that play was about to get blown up. Now spreading them out here on 3rd and 11. Quick pressure from the blitzing linebacker there, so Proctor didn't have much time to react. And now on 3rd down and 2, big play given up through the air underneath to the tight end. So 2nd down and 21 now. Here's another play given up underneath on the drag route. 2nd down and goal here, running it. They're going to get this one in the end zone, able to spin forward. Thought the cornerback was going to bring him down just right where we needed him to, but able to fight his way forward to get the score and go up over us. But now Proctor's going to keep this one, scrambling to his right and sliding down. Good job there by the freshman QB, not taking any contact on that play. Not any protection here for him, though. So it is 3rd down and 20 now. Proctor going to take a shot for his tight end one-on-one, and the defender was able to knock that one free. Skipping forward a bit here, we got the ball back. 3 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's 3rd down and 1. This will be caught for Ernie Benchawal. He's not the fastest tight end in the world, only 76 speed. But it's 1st down and 10 now after his huge catch. And there's C.J. Nelson getting one of his very few catches on the year. He has a high risk of transfer, so it has made me not want to play him. But he's able to get a very important touchdown there for us, putting us up by 1 yet again. And Davenport trying to evade the pressure, brought down by Howard and Pan. That's a good combo right there coming off the edge, both edges. And they will get the first down there, but it is 2nd down and 17 after a penalty. And now they will get a huge gain through the air. It is 3rd down and 10. Good pass over the middle, and they are now in the red zone. Timeout called here, and on 3rd down they will kick a field goal to go back up 16-14 now at the start of your third quarter. Davenport trying to get something going with play action, but DeAndre Pan is all over that one. Now 3rd down and 9, running some cover 1 here, and pressure gets to him. They have to punt it away. And here goes Jeremy Bouchard on the punt return. Good gain up past the 50. At the 39-yard line now. Looking for a wide open tight end. There's Ernie Benchewell. And like I said, not the fastest guy. You can see it on display there. And here is the 3rd string, 4th string running back Henry Falsha getting a carry and a 1st down. 3rd down and 3. Howard. Never mind. I thought Ernie Benchewell was about to score there, but he dropped it. So we do have to kick a field goal. And yet another lead change in this one. So South Alabama trying their best to stay in this one. And here's a play given up by Wydett Williams. Tight end making a nice grab and getting in the end zone. Once again changing the lead. And they are going to go for 2 here, trying to go up by a touchdown. But that is no bueno for them. 17-22 is your score. Running some play action. Wide open is Jeremy Bouchard coming across on the drag route. And he is going to get pushed out of bounds after a good gain. Up at the 50-yard line now. Or at the 39 now. Excuse me. Skipped a play. Jeremy Bouchard. Not Bouchard. That is Proctor stepping up into the pocket and getting a nice gain with his legs. From the 18 now. Proctor over the middle to Bouchard and getting a 1st down. His 5th catch of the day. Braylon McReynolds in the backfield for this passing play, but Proctor is going to keep it and score with his legs once more. Very efficient on the ground with him. He's got to be close to 500 yards this season. There's Ernie Benchewell converting our 2-point conversion. I didn't even notice we were doing that for a second, but we do go up by a field goal. 1st down and 10, handing it off to their back, and then a good 1st down. Finally brought down by the senior linebacker Rogers. It's 3rd down and 5, and another conversion for South Alabama. UL Monroe struggling to get off the field on these 3rd downs on most cases. But how about a 1st down sack for Anderson, the senior defensive end? Now 3rd down and 16. Pressure coming from that left side. Davenport's going to keep this one. And he is going to scramble for the 1st down, sliding down at the 20. That was Frank DeMarco trying to give some pressure, but just a little bit too slow. And here's a pass to the end zone. Able to get behind the coverage. I believe they were in zone coverage there. Able to get behind Emmanuel Okonkwo. Now jumping forward a bit here, it is 29-25, and on 3rd down, they're not able to get it. And on 4th down and goal, they come out in the Wildcat and do not get it. So down by 4, the defense able to get the stop they need, and we'll hand it off to Ben Galloway up the middle at the 6-yard line, getting us up to the 17. But after a few negative plays, it is 3rd down and 18, and here is a sack for South Alabama. Big sack there on 3rd down, and we have to punt it away. It's 2nd down and 13 here, but we do get a sack on Bishop Davenport. It is 3rd down and 19 for South Alabama. They're going to run some option here, but DeAndre Pan says no, sir, and brings him down. Special teams comes out, and this kick is good from downtown. And that had no question marks about it. But now up 32-25, they have the ball back with 2.5 minutes to go here. Flipping it forward here to the receiver, brought down after a gain of 5. It is 3rd down and 3. This is a crucial stop here that we need, and we will not get it. Already down to our last timeout. Davenport hands this one off up the middle. It is 3rd down and 1. This is the final play potentially. We need a stop here. They run play action, and this pass is incomplete. They had a man open. If he completed that, it was over. But here on 4th down and 1, they go for it. Wildcat again, and we stop them. 23 seconds to go here. Perfect season on the line. Proctor is going to take a shot here, and this one is no good. 17 seconds or 11 seconds now. Only one timeout here to go. Not in Hail Mary formation, but we're definitely going to take a shot on the right side for Bouchard. Double covered. This one is broken up. Once again, we are not coming out in that Hail Mary formation, but we are going to send streaks down the field, of course. Bouchard with that 98 speed, one-on-one. Somehow they didn't double cover him this time. And South Alabama has given us a chance. Jeremy Bouchard, the freshman wide receiver, is able to do it again on the big play. And now we are just an extra point away from tying this one up and going to overtime. I cannot believe South Alabama has let us do this, and the kick is good, so we are going into overtime. Really weird play calling for South Alabama. It is 3rd down and 2. Davenport's going to take a shot for the end zone and be intercepted by Leonard Harris for a second time this game. When it mattered most here in overtime, though, Davenport rolling out to his left and Leonard Harris just jumping this one. Great play by the senior safety. It is 4th down and 7, so we have to bring out the freshman kicker, and this one is wide right. South Alabama was able to ice the kicker there, so it is still 32-32. Proctor's able to get a first down there with his legs. His injury meter is a bit banged up there, but able to get the pass completed to Destin Hill in the end zone with pressure in his face, but we have to go for 2 here. And this pass will be caught by Galloway. 2-point conversion is good. So now if South Alabama scores, they will have to make it or the game is over. They will have to make the 2-point conversion or the game is over. How about another sack? 10th of the day for UL Monroe. It did take overtime to do it, but still 10 sacks, no feat to laugh at. 3rd and 3, almost intercepted by Rogers. Davenport is lucky that this drive is still going. 3rd down and 3 from the 4. Davenport rolling to his left and brought down by Anderson. Or that might be Smith. Regardless, it's a loss of 7 and it is 4th down and 10 now. Davenport to the end zone. This is caught. And now they have a chance to tie this one up once more. Defense unable to get off the field there on 4th down. It's unfortunate, but they have a chance to redeem themselves right here. Down by 2, needing the 2-point conversion, and they will not get it. The Warhawks will finish the regular season undefeated with a handful of close games, I'll say. But we still managed to come out victorious in all of them, so I can't complain much. This was a fun game. South Alabama was way more competitive than you'd expect from most of these Sunbelt teams. Not the most efficient day running, only 52 yards with Ben Galloway and 41 with Proctor. Proctor would have had more though, but the sacks do skew that number a bit. But our defense, once again, is the story of the day. Pan and Howard combining for 8 sacks. Are you kidding me? And 12 TFLs. Competing for player of the week every week is something that seems to be very common for those two. And we do see that we will be facing Coastal Carolina in the Sun Belt Championship. They did manage to squeeze 9 wins out this season, finishing out 4, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Sorry, I can't count again. But they will be our final opponent from the Sun Belt, it seems like, as with us in the Sun Belt. I just think that if the series is to continue on for another month or so before Madden 26, or College Football 26 comes out, I definitely need to be moving conferences, I think. But let me know down below any feedback you have on that, if you think I shouldn't move conferences, or if I should definitely do that, or what conference you think I should go to. Right now, my top choices are the American and the ACC. My only reasoning for joining those 2 conferences, or the idea to join them, is because I feel like the competition is the best there for the current team that I have built. So let me know what you think about that down below in a comment, if you think we should leave this conference or stay. or what conference you think would be best to go to, because I feel like this Dynasty still has a lot of story to tell. Proctor is only a freshman. We're bringing in a ton of 4-stars, and I can only imagine the talent that's going to be interested in us next year after 2 successful seasons in a row. But that's gonna pretty much do it for this one, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video. It helps me out a ton, and I appreciate all the support. Y'all take care. Peace.